I'm gonna be rich one day and have a nice house and drive a sports car. That'll be the best ever.
Being rich won't make you happy. Only Jesus can do that. Do you dream of being rich when you grow up? Stick around for today's Keys for Kids. I'm Zach. So, do you have dreams of being rich and famous when you get older? When you watch TV or see influencers online, you might think that money always equals happiness, but I've got news for you. It doesn't. True joy is found in Jesus and only in Him. See, when you trust in Jesus, He can help you to be happy with what you have. Like Paul told his friends in Philippi, he said, "I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation. I can do all this through Christ who gives me strength." Let's listen to our story now. It's entitled, Being Content. "When I get older, I'm going to have a car like that," Henry said as he watched a red sports car zoom by on the road in front of his grandparents' house. "Yeah?" his grandpa asked from the porch swing beside him. Henry nodded. "I'm going to be rich." "Will that make you happy?" asked Grandpa. "Of course I'll be happy," Henry said. "I'll be rich." An old rattling truck drove by and Grandpa pointed at it. "Do you think the man in that truck is unhappy?" Henry shifted on the swing and thought about it. "I don't know, maybe he's happy. But the guy in the sports car is happier than him just because he has a better car?" "Well, he probably has a nicer house too." Grandpa said. Henry knew his grandpa wanted to say more, but his grandma came out onto the porch and said it was time for supper. When they sat down for the meal, his grandpa prayed and then reached out to stop Henry before he could scoop potatoes onto his plate. "You don't want those," Grandpa said. Henry's brows lowered. "What?" "They're not the most expensive thing on the table. Take the steak instead." "But I love potatoes," Henry said as his grandpa shoved the steak plate toward him. Grandma glanced between them. "I think he's trying to teach you a lesson." "Oh," Henry said. "I guess I like the potatoes better than steak, even though they're not expensive." "You'd be happy just having potatoes for dinner," Grandpa said with a smile. "Sometimes people think expensive things bring more happiness, but that's not the case. You don't need steak or all the money in the world to be happy, or to use a word from the Bible, content. God tells us that no matter what we have in life, we can be content in Jesus because only He brings true peace and joy." Grandpa stabbed a piece of steak with his fork. "Knowing Him is better than steak or potatoes." Henry scooped a big serving of potatoes onto his plate and smiled. "I guess I'm already rich because of Him." So what about you? Is there something you want right now, like a new bike or video game that you feel would make you happy? Do you think rich people are happier than people who don't have as much? True satisfaction in life is based on who you know, not what you own. Only Jesus can give you lasting joy and peace. So, do you know Him as your Savior? For more information on what it means to know Jesus as your Savior, get your parents' permission first, then head over to keysforkids.org/salvation. Our key verse is Philippians 4:12 and 13.
I've learned the secret of being content in any and every situation. I can do all this through Christ who gives me strength.
And our key thought today, be content with everything. Partner with Keys for Kids Radio and share the gospel with others for generations to come. As Kelly says, the devotions have been a blessing in our home for the young and the old. The Lord has spoken to my heart many times through Keys for Kids. Consider giving today with a monthly donation of $5 to provide great devotionals to kids for generations to come. To give, go to keysforkids.net and click Donate. My name is Zach. Thanks for listening to Keys for Kids.